Get an image of these guys pulling some, looks like communication cable, but I'll take a look at it and see what they're pulling. They're pulling it from, looks like maybe across the street. We'll take a look. And it's always good to watch and observe what's going on in the city. It looks like it's traffic light cable. That's what it looks like. Maybe they got a broken wire somewhere. See all the small strands.
Whatever you think, don't worry about it. Cut extra if you want.
Always cut extra.
Hey, what's up?
Always cut extra. You're right.
Hey, I'm not coming up short.
You never come up short, my man. You're right about that. I seen people do that too. Think they got enough. And you smart man.
Let's go, buddy.
Always cut extra. Somebody always asks me why you keep extra, because I mean, even if you still have extra, you can always use it for something, you know. Never come up short on a long cable. He's pulling that. I guess they call that the fish tape. That stuff there that's hard to, I mean, sometimes you get that hung up on something, it could be a pain. Now, a lot of times, like, to get that through the tunnel or through the conduit, you get a vacuum and suck it through, and it pulls it through all the way through. Or they pull the lighter one through, then pull that one afterwards. Nothing major. These guys are just pulling some. I guess they might have a broken cable or cable not working properly, and they're doing their thing up.
So I'll get the fuel tape if he wants to get those knots up.
Yes, Fernando. Yes. Yep, they are. Sure are. I know. Well, no, under the housing rules, the tenant is responsible for cleaning the cabinets. Well, okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good for now. Yeah.
I think so. Don't call anymore.
All right, no problem. Yep. Okay.
That's a couple of laps.
Right. Gotcha. Gotcha. No problem. Watch your step. Watch your step. You gotta pay attention. Mm-hmm.
What do you, BTV?
No, no. I do a lot of YouTube videos in the city. So when I see people doing construction work, I just like to record it.
Oh.
I
Do you need people's permission?
No, not on the city.
What?
Only if it's like in public or private somewhere. I don't know.
This is,
If you want to give yourself a plug.
I'm a private person. I don't want to be on YouTube.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yep. Yep. Just let me know. If I'm available, I'll let you know. Measure twice, cut once. That's all. Yeah, well, yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. If I do it, it's gonna be done right. If somebody else do it, I can't guarantee it. Yep. Okay. Got it. Do I? Oh. Not off the top of my head. I have to check around. I check with you. I know somebody. I contact him and I get their name and information. I wouldn't rely on those people, but I think I know somebody. I don't know the rate. I don't know the answer to that. All right, right. I mean, I listen to people. I think people need counseling more than anything else. I'm more of a listener than I don't know. One day you got to hear the conversations that I have on the phone with people. And they're older people, so I can understand how they are, but sometimes you're too concerned about nothing at all. I imagine all those colors, those things are color coded for a reason. But some people put those colored wires on the wrong thing. But I don't know why they do it, but some people have done it. I'm gonna head up out of here. I just want to show you these guys pulling wire and running cable. What gauge wire is that? Somebody's gonna ask me that. I think that's 18 gauge. I could be wrong. I'm gonna ask them and find out. Actually, no, it has to be more than 18. Maybe that's 14. I'm gonna ask a question because I can't tell by looking at it. It looks like I think it's 14 because 18 is too small. 18 is more like bell wire, so that has to be 14. I'm gonna ask them in a second. They may know the answer. I got one question. I know one of y'all know the answer. What gauge size wire is that?
14.
14? All right, 14 it is. 14 covers 15 amps. All right. So
15.
Is it 15? Is there a 15?
What?
You said 15 what, for 15 amps, right? Yeah. Okay, I think you said 15 wire. I was going, wait a minute. There's no size 15 wire. So 14 covers 15 amps. Those of you guys don't know, if you got 12 gauge covers 20 amps. Then look up, if you don't not too sure, look up the gauge size and the wire size. And but see, looking at it, you can't really tell. But when I thought about it, I said it can't be 18 because 18's a smaller gauge, and 14 will be ideal for this because you are using 120 and you're not using high amperage, you're using lower amperage. So instead of going a gauge higher to 20 gauge, sorry about that, 12 gauge, you want to go with the standard, which is 14 gauge for 15 amps. I'm not sure if that's stranded or copper. I'm assuming it's probably stranded. They say stranded is better for communications. I don't know if that's true or not, but maybe the protons and neutrons and electrons travel more freely through stranded than copper. That's supposing the alleged theory behind that. These guys have to be freezing. I don't know what the temperature's out here, but it's cold. You see how they're bundled up. That stuff right there that he's putting on there helps it pull through the chaseway a lot easier. So you can always put dish soap or something like that, but if you want your wires to pull through the chaseway a little bit easier, you gotta lubricate it with something that's gonna help it slide through. A lot of people use like dishwashing detergent, or I've seen people use it's not like lithium grease or something like that, whatever it is. But they got different tricks of the trade. There's no right way and wrong way. I mean, as long as you get that cable through that conduit, I think that's the ultimate goal. And you don't nick it or cut it or break it or damage it, you should be good to go. Hey, you see everybody bundle up, so I don't know what the temperature's out here, but it has to be cold. Later on, we're gonna check the temperature. I know it's cold out here, guys. I'm not too sure what the temperature is. All right, you got some guys pulling cable, and they're doing a great job at it so far. It's not easy work at all, by far. Even that section that you see from there to there is probably like 20, 30 feet. Pulling cable 20, 30 feet could be challenging, very challenging. See how well they pull it through. Always you got a feeder and a puller. The stronger person is usually on the end. Now, I tell you one thing that I learned at a very, very young age. Whenever you have a guy pulling. If he's not listening to you, don't let him pull the wire. Because, I mean, this is good because you got eye contact, but if you don't have eye contact with that person and he's pulling, and you get your finger caught inside of a angle and he's yanking on it, you can lose a finger. So, be careful not to pay constant communication with the person at all times. I think I've done enough of that in my younger years. Looks like they made it through. Now there is a way, if you wanted to get the exact amount cable without wasting it, but you got to think wisely on how you're doing it. So if I theoretically, like, I have to know exactly what I'm doing too. If I was pulling cable through there, see that reel of cable? That reel of cable will be on my side that I'm pulling it from, and I will pull it off the reel into there, and then as the reel ends, I will cut off a little access off the back of the reel, so I would only have an extra maybe 2 feet, maybe 3 feet at most, but you kind of, but always give yourself extra because you're going to be splicing and cutting, so you're going to need extra for sure. Like, for example, the end that is tied to that fish tape, the end that's tied to the end of the fish tape gets cut off completely. And rule of thumb, you always give the electricians extra, so next guy has enough cable to work with. You don't want to give him a little short piece to mess with. I see people do that. I tell them always leave extra in the box. You know, always do that. All right, guys, we're gonna head up out of here. Just want to give you an idea of what these guys are doing. So they look like they're running new cable for the traffic light signal. Probably got a bad cable. A lot of these traffic lights are outdated anyway. These things are old and antiquated. We haven't had a major upgrade in our traffic system for years. And a lot of people have been talking about how come we don't have a synchronized traffic light system, which that falls under the mayor. So we'll have to figure out what's going on with her. Catch you guys on the next one.